Uh-oh.
All right, welcome to the Central Lake Championship between the Pioneers and the Fords. Conestoga won the tip, Mike, and man-to-man defense right off the bat for Haverford.
This is a great battle. They played 2 games close this year. Haverford 23-0, looking to go undefeated and win a Central League title.
I'm Dave DePascal alongside Mark Jordan and the rest of Delco Hoops. It's live on the ground. It will be our first jump ball of the evening in favor of Haverford to begin this one. Crowd coming alive, starting to filter in, but an undefeated Fords team, and they're looking for the Central League Championship.
They're very good at all facets, well coached. They're obviously tall, can shoot it, can run.
Come out in zone defense, working it back and forth. You have to look for the Twin Towers inside for the Fords as they swing it to the outside, and then stripped. Great read, taking it all the way to the 10. Left-handed layup, no good by number 12, Valencia. Push the pace. Here come the Fords. Off the wing, had a spot and shoot, and now they swing it to the far side. Sky Newman. Back in the middle, that's where they want to live. Mark, and number 25 has the first points of the game, Ryan Dotsie.
Excellent sophomore, sister of Caroline. Caught at 8 feet. Easy money.
Number 5, Conestoga bringing up Francione. You're going to look for her shot against Springfield. She was able to do some damage. Now kicking to the far side. You have a crashing down low in the paint. Up, no good. Deflecting that was Dotsie as they went to the hole. Here come the Fords. Kick to the wing. Wide open is Carpenter, but decided to kick it back out. She's one of the Twin Towers for the Fords now. Pulling up from deep was number 3, Sky Newman, the senior guard. They'll retain possession underneath.
Coach Pelkane's always been excellent at these out-of-bounds plays. Looks like man-to-man.
Early 2-0 Fords. Cross screener, they had the bat. They double team down low, and Dotsie, and then kick it out to Carpenter. She's looking to drive, kicks out to Dotsie. Fumbled it a little bit. Now look, going to baseline. Going reverse, beautifully done, and that's why she's going D1.
Outstanding move.
Francione brings it up for the Pioneers, trailing early in this one, 4-0, Central League Championship. Kick to the far side. Valencia. Francione back to the far side. They'll reset. Man-to-man defense for them, Mark. Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're fighting through screens.
Lanuette goes baseline. Nowhere to go. Double team, kick back outside to Valencia. Driving with their left hand, spin move back to the right. Nothing doing. Good man-to-man defense across the board. They reset. Kick to the far side wing to set the pick. Here comes roll, free throw. Didn't look like she was quite set on that jumper. Was Jennings. Rebound. Fords pushing the pace. 2-on-2. Now it's pulled back out. Set up, number 25. Decided to bring it back out as Dotsie, the Carpenter. Dotsie on the pull. Up and good. Timeout. Pioneers. 5:31 here early on. Great teamwork on the far side. High school basketball has never looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
Looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Ralph Lawler with the Los Angeles Clippers. For high school basketball at its best, stay right here at DelcoHoops.com.
And we're back. Conestoga bringing up man-to-man defense across the Fords. Undefeated. Springfield was who Conestoga beat in the semifinals to be here. Kick to the near side. Taking on 3 defenders, going to the lane.
I like it.
I like the aggressive. Lanuette will go to the line. Foul number 25 of the Fords. That's Dotsie. Her first. Lanuette to go shoot 2.
A good friend of mine, John Vogan, tells me she's very, very fast. We'll take his word for it. But she there rejected the screen, going left to the middle, went baseline, took contact from 3 girls.
First one too strong, bounce it off, no subs yet. Haverford looking for their Central League title. Conestoga hasn't won since 2008.
Twin Towers, Chelsea Shine, Kristen Johnson. We saw them up close and personal.
Lanuette gets the Pioneers on the board. 5 minutes ago here in the first quarter. They break the press break. Here we go. It's a 3 on the left wing. No good. Carpenter gets the board. Off her hands, though. Pioneers take over. Too strong on that 3-point shot by Dotsie.
Wind up and look for her, though.
If that's what they want to do, how do you beat this Twin Towers? Do you want to push the pace mark?
Yes, I think they have to make it a full-court game. Right now it's kind of Haverford's tempo. At 6-1 with 4:50 to go in the first quarter.
Dribble handoff to the near side Valencia. Now they're going baseline.
Nice.
She blew by her, but it is beautifully blocked from behind in Dotsie.
She's just so long. But Valencia got by her for sure, right? Again.
Now they swing it to the near side. Pump fake. Looked like she picked up her pivot foot. Got away with that one. Pulled back out to Sky Moore. They regroup.
They're in man-to-man now, Dave.
Seen a variety now. We've seen a little zone. Now they switch it up. Now to be careful, and there you go. Carpenter down low, splits a double, no good. Rebound goes to number 34 of the Pioneers, then Preston. Looking for that pass, though, was Francione, nothing doing. Haverford.
That's the problem, Doug. That was a little too fast.
Newman to the 10.
Nice.
Misses on the left side. Try to finish with the right, though. No good, but they will retain possession underneath.
In these big games, everybody has nerves. I kind of like it. A lot of the girls are trying to just take the ball to the rim, which I think is a great play.
Inbound, they throw it out to Carpenter. She's at the top. She kicks it to the far side. Dotsie for 3. No good. Carpenter on the board. No good. Newman now grabs it. She's fouled. She'll go to the line.
Well, that was Coach Thompson. I talked to him before the game. He said he was worried about the offensive rebounds, the second chance points. And there they had 3 cracks at it, and they're going to get to the foul line.
Jennings picks up the foul.
It's Eberhardt to the line.
Eberhardt.
Number 4.
Thank you. No good. First sub of the evening. Number 14 checks in. Neary. She replaces Valencia.
Freshman. Very young team for Conestoga.
For sure. Eberhardt makes a second. 7-1 in favor of the Fords. Man-to-man is impressive. They're going full court man-to-man, Mark. Pushing the pace.
And they're smart. Their guards do ball pressure, and the forwards sort of drop off a little bit.
Dribble out. Nothing doing. No, a little fall back. Preston top. They'll regroup. This is a very long Fords team. They have length across the board.
Oh, yeah. And they beat Abington about 2 weeks ago. They beat Abington. It was a perennial 6'8" power.
Francione kicked it to the far side. Jennings, a little drive. Looking to go down low, nothing doing. Preston, drive with the left. Kicks it back out for 3. It's a clean look, no good. Rebound goes to Dotsie. Retz Ford passes it out to Newman. Dotsie on the near side, the Carpenter. Looking for that crash. They've been crashing the boards the entire first quarter. Down low, great steal, finished with the left. Carpenter gets the assist. Number 15, Caroline Dotsie gets a bucket.
That was just too easy. I mean, basically, they clear the guards at one side. They played forward to forward, just a little dump down. Caroline Dotsie pinned them. Easy left-hand layup.
Francione brings it up. Kick to the near side. Jennings looking to go all the way to the cup. No good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Aggressive.
They are playing very aggressive. Fouls on 15 in Dotsie.
It tells you how evenly matched. I mean, these teams are. It sounds odd. One team's 19-4 in Conestoga, and one's 23-0. 23 games so far. How many games have been decided under 8 points? Only 3, and 2 of them came at the hands of Conestoga.
Jennings first, no good. What's also more important, they've won 14 of their last 15. They're hot.
And the only team that beat them was Haverford right here.
Exactly.
So, last time they played a 3-point game at Conestoga, Haverford won by 3 points, 36-33. Stoga shot 0 for 10 from 3, Dave.
Makes the second. Going a little 1-3-1.
Yeah, they got
and
it.
that's stolen. Here they come. They have numbers if they want it. The foul line jumpers up and good for Francione.
First made basket.
And that's what they got to do. They're trying to neutralize the length with speed. Carpenter bringing it up. Dotsie on the far side.
Oh my!
And it's stolen. She forced it once again. Here come the Pioneers.
Amazing. Uh-oh.
Going baseline, the floater, no good, but near backside rebound is caught by Neary. She fights for a double. They'll call a jump ball instead. It will stay here underneath, but
But interesting the way they're breaking the press with their two bigs. So they take Caroline Dotsie and Carpenter to bring it up, and twice in a row Dotsie on the right sideline turned it over.
Not very often you see your center bring it up.
Never.
Inbound goes to the corner, bro. Back out to the top side is Francione. She's got Newell on her. Now kick to the wing. Now they got down low. They want Preston. Instead they kick back out. Here comes the drive. It was stripped.
Yep.
Stripped by number 25 in Dottie. Here comes the pace. Carpenter just walked. Dottie, and that's what makes him pay for it. Three's up and good. Now
Another Keystone Transport three-pointer.
Francione tried to push the pace. Instead, it goes into the bleachers of Haverford. We'll have a sub for the Fords, number 22 checking into the game for number 4, Eberhardt. That is Natalie Wright, the sophomore Ford, checks in. Sometimes you get the benefit of the whistle. They don't call the travel, knock down the three. Got to capitalize. Now kick to the far side in Dotsie. Carpenter, kick down low, too strong. Intercepted. Here comes the fast break for the Pioneers. Tipped. They'll retain possession underneath. 12-4 in favor of the Fords. 1:15 left here in the first.
Kind of funny. It's 12-4. Haverford's holding 8, but they've made about 3 or 4 or 5 really sloppy turnovers for them for sure. Stoke has yet to make them really pay for it.
Lanuette to throw this one in. Francione now pulls this one out. They'll regroup. Man-to-man across the board for the Fords.
They got a mismatch over there.
Jennings goes baseline, kick back out, open look for Neary. It's up and good. It is only a 2, though, as we're under a minute left here in the first. Here comes the press. They swing it back to side to side, and they are able to pick this one off. Francione, dribble, kick to the far side. Now they're going to say that one was a walk. Unlucky break for the Pioneers.
But that's their 3rd turnover against this pressure, which is looks like it's not crazily in your face. They're kind of like dropping a little bit.
Right. They'll reset. Carpenter to throw this one in.
Back to his zone, David.
Switching up defenses the entire first quarter as they swing to the outside is Dotsie to the corner. Looking to post up. They already had that beautiful seal earlier in the game. We'll see if they go back to it.
Oh, my.
Pulling up for 3. The second one. Newman. 25 seconds.
Another Keystone Transport three-pointer.
Let's see if they want to hold for the last shot. Lanuette has Carpenter on it.
You're right. It's a mismatch. She'll go by it right.
34. Preston. 10 seconds. Drive all the way to the 10. No good. At the left, 4 seconds. Pull up, 2 seconds to heave. No good. That will do it for the first quarter. Fords looking to stay undefeated. 15-6 in favor of them. High school basketball has never looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Mark Zumoff, and you're listening to High School Basketball right here on DelcoHoops.com.
Welcome back for the second quarter. I'm Dave DePasquale alongside Mark Jordan, Andrew Croft, and Mike Mayer for Delco Hoops. And Mark, Conestoga beat Springfield 22-14. They've already allowed 15 points in the first quarter.
Great stat call. I think Stoga's got some shots they wanted to. They've missed 4 shots in the paint already. They're 2 for 9 overall and over 1 from beyond the arc. Coach Thompson said they're going to have to make some 3-pointers to keep this game close. Haverford is 2 for 6 from beyond the arc, 6 for 13 overall, 4 of their baskets right in the lane. So that's the advantage for Haverford for sure. I like Stoga's little pressure. The midcourt pressure they're doing the 1-3-1. They have to keep doing that. They have 4 or 5 turnovers, but they haven't really capitalized yet.
Eberhardt checks back in for the Fords. They swing to their outside. Now all the way around. They're looking for Carpenter down low as they come out early on in the zone. Eberhardt trying to go baseline, nothing doing. Dotsie pull the trigger too short. Here come the Pioneers. They had to leak out. Instead, it's just pulled out by number 13 and Jennings. Swing around the horn. Francione gets the pick. Going left, kick back out to the corner. Good man-to-man defense by the Fords. Swung around. Lanuette to Jennings. They're almost going like 5 out, Mark.
Yeah, but this is why the post play, I'm not sure I like that.
Lefty forces it up.
No.
Preston, no good. Wright pulls that one out. Swing to Eberhardt. She's got a clean look on the right side. Drains it. Push the pace. They didn't turn around. Going right to the hole. Up and good for number 13, Ryan Jennings.
The freshman, right to the rack from 40 feet.
Fearless.
But guess what? Haverford's made a couple 3-pointers, which makes them just tough to beat.
That's what you want to do.
You have to
Conestoga,
pick your
correct?
poison. And if they make these threes, it's going to be their night.
Carpenter swings it to the far side. That's a tough pass. As now they're able to retain. They regroup. Newman back to the near side is right. Back to her. You see a little high-low between Carpenter and Dotsie as they interchange from that foul line.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little more guard movement. They're sort of sitting around here, Dave.
They're being
stationary.
stagnant against the zone. That's a
my,
tough
fadeaway.
shot. That's a fadeaway, and here it comes once again. Oh, blows by her defender. All the way to the lane. Up and good. Beautiful take by number 13, Ryan Jennings.
Go figure. She's a freshman. She doesn't know any better.
More of a press, and they kick it all the way down low. There was some contact, no call. They'll retain possession, though. It's Natalie Wright. Went up. She'll check out for number 25, Ryan Dotsie. Eberhardt to check through this one in. Go ahead, Mark.
I mean, Stoker just seems resilient. I mean, I think, she had her pinned. It's over.
You called it.
Well, that's an all play we used to run. Just a cross screen the baseline, just seal and open up. Coach Thompson's not very happy with that. That's a free 2 points.
They did a good job the first time around,
I
but
agree.
keep going back to it. Eventually it could work. Down low, nothing doing. Dotsie on her. Kicked back out Preston. Jennings was able to retain it after nearly stolen by Eberhardt. Looking down low, but they don't have the height advantage. They're going to have to probably do a little more movement.
Right. More ball screens you're going to need.
5:15 here in the second. 20-10 in favor of the Fords, looking to stay undefeated. Picked up the dribble is Neary. Kick to the far side wing. Preston lost it out of bounds. They're going to say it was tipped, though, by the Fords. They'll retain underneath from the far left side.
Again, they're going to need a little more emotion on offense. I think Coach Thompson wants them to move a little bit more.
Right. You saw more of a 5-out last time around.
And Haverford just can just sink in the lane and not do a whole lot.
Well, you got essentially 3 twin towers over there, so it certainly helps. It's Jennings just bullying her away into that. Was a tough shot, though. Brought up. Eberhardt, crossover, beautifully done.
No.
Could have went straight up for it. Instead, Francione going coast to coast.
Missed it.
No contact, but is pulled down by number 34 and Preston. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Clock stops at 4:43 here in the second.
Again, I think what you're noticing here, Dave, is that Stoga's best offense is in transition.
100%.
Where they get a quick shot and a good shot. When they sort of have the ball for 15, 20 seconds, it's not going too well for them offensively.
Need to start hitting some from the charity stripe, though.
I'm with you. But again, Haverford, that last one just jumped in the air and they threw the ball to nobody.
Right.
So, I mean, Haverford has 20 points with 4:43 to go in the half. If they don't have these 6-7 turnovers, they could be closer to 30, Dave.
Makes the second. Down 9. But to that point, she looked at the basket. She had a layup.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go.
Another
Carter
turnover.
too strong.
And again,
Pioneers causing havoc with this press.
And this might be what Lauren Pelican always has done. Is she's done this, had the big break the press. That has to be 5 or 6 turnovers in this first half with them throwing the ball away.
They still lead 20-11, 4:36 left here in the second. High school basketball has never looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
Maureen was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op or call 610-543-0900 for a mailed subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Welcome back, 20-11 in favor of the Fords, but Mark, feels like they have double-digit turnovers already here in the first half.
It's unbelievable. I think Stoga's definitely a crafty team, trapping a lot. Here comes Newman with some full-court pressure. But in the half court, Haverford knows what they're doing exactly, so there's not a huge threat in the half court.
Francione to the 10, left-handed layup, up and good. They did a clear out right after the timeout, and that was well executed.
That's a straight-line drive. They've had 3 buckets on straight-line drives. I'm sure Coach Pelkane's not happy with that.
Out of the timeout, they come to press. Carpenter did bring it up, not going to kick to the far side. Dotsie, they regroup. She tripped.
Oh,
and
boy.
a wipeout.
No, the second one, she took a knee.
Let's see if they call it. They're going to call it on the floor.
Yeah. She tripped her. She all right?
It was the trip on
Looks like
Francione.
everyone's
Caroline
good.
Dotsie got tripped, and then a knee fell under her chest.
Eberhardt throwing this one in. We'll see if here comes the seal. They got it.
I got it. What a beautiful
Beautifully
play.
reverse layup up and good by Dotsie.
Crafty play call. They called for a back screen for Dotsie. She didn't get it right away. She kept curling around. Got a reverse layup out of bounds on the inbounds.
Francione. Now they back off of her. Jennings. See if she goes back to the lane. Kicked out to the far side is Neary. You're seeing a little more movement by the Pioneers here in the second, picking up the pace a little bit. 3:40 until halftime. Francione calling the change out. Now to the far side. They had Lanuette on that wing, but not going to pull the trigger. I don't know if you want to feed down low Carpenter.
I would get out of there. Yeah, I would rather have her screen up high.
I agree. As they're looking for her to post, instead they kick it to the far side. Good movement all the way around,
yes,
though.
They are. Everybody's going to touch.
Neary thought about it. Went to the wing. Now they're going baseline. Lanuette. I will say no as they push the pace by the Fords. Here a little lob. Pull up. No good. Too strong. Carpenter. Everybody's on the floor. Timeout, Pioneers. They'll get it as they held on. Call timeout. We'll keep it here with 2:53 here in the second. Number 22 of Haverford will check in. That is Natalie Wright as the Fords lead by 9.
Quick little fun tidbit. Do you want a fun tidbit?
Always.
So on the Haverford staff, they have 4 assistant coaches for Lauren Pellicane. Erin Knox and Molly Hanlon were both Central League champions in the years 2006 and 2009. And Jackie Gantz and Maura O'Connell were Central League champions in 2012. So along with Coach Pellicane, now that's 5 people on the staff and 5.
That's a pretty good resume.
That's a pretty good resume. Lauren told me to mention that, so I did it for her. She's a friend. No, so, I mean, again, I don't think she's totally happy with the way they played. The turnovers have been pretty poor, I think. Yet, they're out of bounds stuff's been great underneath. When Dottie catches the ball inside of 5 feet, basically it's over when she hits the ball.
Beautifully skilled in down low. The seal is phenomenal.
And they've made 3 threes on top of that. So, I mean, I think Lauren's happy with the 22 points right now with 2:53 to go. Stoga's 13 points. Again, most of them have come in transition. So they have 3 foul shots, and they at least have 3 drives that are straight line drives to the basket.
Yeah.
When they have to set up, they have not done much with the ball. I think Coach Thompson's going to try and correct that right now.
Their semifinal matchup was against Radnor, and they took care of business, winning 59-40.
Scrappy Radnor squad, but they were just a little too tall and long and good.
And you're seeing that here in the first half as it's brought up. Francione off that roll. Instead, it's kicked in the near side. It's an open 3, and it canned it. Beautifully done by Maggie Neary. Here comes the press.
Another Keystone Transport three-pointer.
Carpenter up against her. That is a mismatch. They can look over the top, but now they're trapped. And they're going to say a push along that far side. Offensive foul?
No.
14, because they kind of stuck and tried to pull the foul.
They did. It was a little handsy.
So Neary picks up the foul.
But for Haverford, that's Sky Newman back there helping out with the press.
to the wing. Newman, back. You got to look flash middle. Then you're going to try and pin. Carpenter kicks it back out. High, flushes him out. You can see anybody high post. Go ahead.
And the Carolina Dots is on the bench right now, so this is why they're throwing a few more passes than usual.
So that's who Wright replaced after that timeout. As they reset, it looks like they're going to clear out.
I think Stoga's happy being down 6 with 2 minutes to go.
The double high pick for Dotsy as we're under 2 minutes to go until halftime. Picked underneath, but they'll retain underneath the basket with 1:45 until halftime, 22-16 in favor of the Fords. But Pioneers hanging around.
And they've already scored about at least 4 points off the inbounds.
Eberhardt.
Uh-oh.
Slip, got popped back up by Wright, kicked back out. Dotsy for 3. Too strong, Wright with the board. Right in the right spot, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good job by the sophomore.
So that had to be their 5th or 6th second chance
That's what they
opportunity
do.
for Haverford.
They crash the boards. When you got the height, use it, right?
And that's everybody. And then that's not even with Caroline on the bench. That's them attacking the board. So that's a sophomore going at it.
That's true.
For the offensive rebound.
Well, you have to admit, both teams are struggling from the free throw line. Not the best numbers, especially here in the first half.
Well, this is a Mike Mayer special, actually. it's split, 5 trips to the line. Split.
Francione goes by her defender and more. Oh, spin move going baseline, finishing with the left.
Good
Lord.
Lord.
That was a beauty.
Francione spun, went baseline, used the offhand to spin it in. They're within 5.
Watch that instant replay. That was a beauty.
Wow.
1:20
That was
until
beautiful.
halftime. Carpenter's pass is deflected. Newman's able to grab it, though, as they get out of the press. Well, 1:15 as Dotsy will get a break. As looks like she'll probably go in at halftime. I don't see her along that far side.
sitting
Yeah.
there.
So they're going to swing it back and forth. They're in zone. They're just going to take their time and hold the ball as we're under a minute. You got the lead by 5.
And I got to think, this just sounds crazy. Maybe both teams are happy with this. Maybe Coach Pelkane's happy with their star on the bench. And Conestoga's like, we're within 5 points. It was almost a blowout-ville possibilities.
Right off the bat, they got hit in the face and were able to recover.
This might be one-shot time. We're under 40 seconds now, Dave.
This is when I like to say we need a shot clock in high school hoops. I'll reinforce that after I saw the score. What was it, 4-2?
4-2.
That went viral. 25 seconds. Right, kicked out the Carpenter. Francione on her, just going to lean off.
They're running some flex action against this zone here.
They are.
Weak side screens. 15 seconds.
More. 12 seconds. Dotsy to the corner. Eberhardt. They have Carpenter steal down low. That's where they go.
Good play.
Finishing with the left. She's fouled instead. She's fouled by number 14, Ineri, with 4.9 seconds left.
It's well done. That was
near-
Rianne Dotsy down low.
That's Neary's third of the game already.
Oh, boy.
That could play a big factor in the second half.
But that's a senior versus a freshman down there.
Yeah. Makes the first.
I'm not going to say a word. But Mike knows what I'm thinking.
Fords lead by 6. Looking to make it 7. Right on cue. Here we
4
go.
seconds.
Pushing it. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Turn up. They call a
Oh, no.
foul. They call a foul right before the buzzer. Shooting 3.
Oh, my Lord.
Foul goes against 22, Natalie Wright.
Foul number 22, Natalie Wright. She'll go to the line to shoot 3 with no time left on the clock.
I'm with Coach
They'll
Pelkane.
have to put a couple of tenths back on. .3 going back on the clock.
.3 will go on the clock. Jennings goes to the line, shooting 3, and can pull within 1 possession if she knocks all 3 down.
I'm with Coach Pelkane there. I think
Okay,
it's a
they're
tough
gonna
ball.
say shooting 2.
No, 3.
No,
It's
3.
shooting
Well,
3.
he just put his hands up and said 2, so I don't know which one to believe. But all right, here we go. Either way, shooting free throws, right?
Again, I think it's more of a bailout call. She's shooting a 30-footer right in front of the Haverford bench.
Hit the first.
And she jumped into the girl. So again,
Completely agree.
I think it's pretty much a play on.
Like the game last night.
Yes.
I won't mention.
We're not allowed to mention that, but
Second one, no good.
There's the split.
another
Well,
split.
you won't get it this
Well,
time.
we can't have a full split here.
There's only 0.3 on the clock. Jennings makes it 24-20. And that will be your score at the half. The Pioneers claw their way back, down 4. Don't go anywhere. High school basketball has never looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
Nobody covers the Delaware County high school sports scene like the Delaware County Daily Times. No matter what the season or the type of sport, from football to soccer to lacrosse to wrestling to track to basketball and baseball, virtually every high school sport for every high school in the Delaware County. For complete coverage of today's games, pick up your copy of the Delaware County Daily Times wherever newspapers are sold, or go online at www.delcotimes.com. If it happened in Delaware County, it's in the Delaware County Daily Times.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're listening to high school basketball right here at DelcoHoops.com.
Welcome to halftime here. Ford's lead 24-20, undefeated record on the line. But the Pioneers are hanging around, Mark.
They really are. They did not shoot particularly well that half. 7 for 17 for the first half. And I want to say 6 to 8 of their points were just all on transition, straight line drives to the basket. Their half-court offense wasn't terribly crisp, but we like the fact that they attacked the rim. I mean, a lot of times they know they're not as big as Haverford.
Right.
So their best offense is sort of reject the screen and maybe take it the other way and try to get to the foul line, which they did pretty effectively, by the way. They did the foul line 9 times. I'm sure that doesn't happen often in Haverford. On the other side, Haverford shot 3 for 9 from beyond the arc, 9 for 20, 45% for the half. Foul shooting, another problem, 3 for 6 for Haverford. Last 3 minutes, they had Caroline Dotsie on the bench, which definitely didn't help their
Right.
prospects, and they kind of held the ball. They really didn't look to attack the rim whatsoever in those last couple minutes. So I think when she's in the game, it's going to be a little different story. But Conestoga's got to be saying in halftime, Coach Thompson, we're only down 4 points.
Right.
We shot not the best in the world. We only made 1 3-pointer. Last game they shot 0 for 10 against this team from three-point land. So, and their half-court offense was pretty pedestrian. So they're feeling pretty good with themselves, saying, can we get some chances to make some buckets and set up our press?
Now, on the flip side, how does Haverford beat that press break that was giving them so many problems? You change it up. You have Dotsie bring it up, put Carpenter down low, because it looked like they were bringing up the center, and she was struggling going left and right.
And again, I haven't seen a whole lot of games this year from Haverford, but they had Dotsie and Carpenter bring the ball up to break the press.
Right.
And they must have had 5 turnovers combined doing that. So, I mean, that's what Coach Pelkane does, so I trust that implicitly. But they may have to make some shorter passes or maybe get the receivers a little further down from
Flash middle.
Flash a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
they got very stagnant against that pressure, and that was basically Stoker's calling card. Now, on the other side, Haverford got pretty much any shot they wanted to down there.
Right.
They had a lot of second chance points. I think they're going to change a whole lot. They can play post to post and just play some dump down games with their forward play. And again, they're at 24 points. So if they get to 50 points, I say Coach Pelkane's happy with 50, and they'll try to see if Conestoga can reach 50 points, which I don't think they can, at least not in the half court.
I mean, earlier you were talking about the Pioneers' offense being a little stagnant, trying to change it up. And you saw a lot more cutting action, more out, and that looks like it has benefited, particularly Jennings going to the 10.
Absolutely, and Coach Thompson made a great little adjustment there in the second quarter, where instead of standing around and posting up, I mean, I don't think you want to post up against Carpenter or against Dotsie, because it was, they're bigger than you, they're older than you, and they're probably stronger than you. So that's 3 bad things for them. So I think it's better to have those post players work their way out and work the perimeter, maybe a little dribble handoff, some high ball screens, and drag those post players out. Or like you said, have them keep cutting and flashing back and forth and hoping to get a little opening. Because when they had a couple openings, the Conestoga guards are quick, and they took advantage of it.
It should be noted that the score here at halftime is as much as what it was at Conestoga and Ridley, was it?
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
24-14 final, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, that game might have set the game back a little bit, but
in case people are watching you guys and wondering whose lips are moving, Andrew and I are to the left of Mark and Dave, so our camera isn't wide enough to get us all in, which is probably sparing you, since Dave at least is good looking and Mark has a face for radio. But anyway, I want people to know that I'm here. Sorry that we got on the air late. We had a lot of problems getting our internet connection together. But we seem to be working now. Hopefully we won't have the same problem with the boys' game. In the meantime, I want to tell ADs who may be watching in the Delaware County area, we are available to, if you're going to go ahead and video broadcast your playoff games, I'm talking to Radnor and to anybody with home games coming up, we are available. We do not charge the school to come out and do the broadcast. So instead of just having a huddle broadcast where it's an automated camera and no sound other than the sound of the facility, we will come out and actually broadcast the game. We don't charge for that. You take care of the PIAA. We'll set up and take this care, and we'll take care of it, assuming we can make the date and everybody can show up. Since all of us, except for me, who is now retired, work for a living. Mark, you still working for a living?
Who?
Are you still working for a living?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 2 out of 4 retired.
After last night's Eagles plays, I have to work for a little longer.
Oh, okay.
Just pay them off.
That big of a bet, huh?
You know that works. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a game, though. This has been great girls basketball under any circumstances.
Absolutely.
And the splits, I think you guys are right. The splits on the extra points or on the free throw. I still got football.
You still got football on the mind.
Football's still on the mind, Mike.
On the free throw is definitely going to come back to haunt somebody. I think Conestoga's got to come out of this saying we have these guys right where we want them. I mean, 4 points at halftime on a 24-20 game. This is a good game. I don't think anybody expected to be this close for this long.
They need to push the pace. They want to see this higher scoring to try and push Haverford to go up and down the floor with their bigs.
And it's interesting, the 2 scores this year was 43-41, first game of the year, and the last month at Conestoga was 36-33.
And that was in overtime.
So this game's definitely trending to be a little bit higher than that. I think what Mike said, I think A.J. Thompson's happy with where he stands, really. Mm-hmm. They made 1 jump shot. I'm sorry, 2 jump shots, 1 for 3, and 1 was a long 2, both by Maggie Neary. And other than that, they have made nothing from the outside. They have 13 shots in the paint against Haverford, which I think is pretty impressive for a much smaller team. To get 13 shots in the paint is pretty good. Yeah. So that's still going to be their mindset. It's sort of and the move by Franchon was crazy, right? Spin dribble, left hand.
That was pretty. That's your play of the game right now.
That's hard for anybody, any gender, to make that kind of move in a pressure-packed game. Mm-hmm. So kudos to her. But that being said, I think Haverford knows they have better forward play, and they know they have the rebounding advantage. And they made 3 3-pointers, which is pretty good.
Now, we saw the execution out of the timeout to get her isolated one-on-one. I'm curious to see if they decide to do that more, especially in the second half, because that is certainly an advantage for the Pioneers.
Absolutely, and if I was Coach Thompson, he might want to double that out of bounds, maybe don't guard the inbounder, just double-team Dotsy, really, and don't let her get the ball, because they're looking for her every inbounds play, which, I think it's great. I think anybody would do that if they could.
Right.
But Dotsy set the last 3 minutes. We'll see how she comes back. I think she's going to come back fired up. And when they do their little post-to-post passing, I think they're pretty much unstoppable. Coach Thompson's got to say, do I double this? Do I dig at it? Do I get the ball out of Dotsy's hands somewhere?
We've seen a 1-3-1. We've seen 2-3. We've seen man-to-man. They're mixing them up as much as they can. I'm curious to see. Not many can stop that high-low.
They can't.
And that is their advantage, and they're going to keep going to that bread and butter, I'm sure.
They're just too big, and that's why they're 23-0 for a reason.
Right.
But guess what? They've had, again, 3 close games this year, under 8 points, and 2 of those games were against Conestoga. So to me, it's not crazily out of the realm that this is a game that they go back and forth. They know each other very well. Now we'll see what adjustments are made.
And Conestoga is a good defensive team. Haverford just makes it look easy because they're so crisp with those passes going underneath. And Dotsy with that steal, it's a thing of beauty.
She's fantastic. She's a wonderful player. She's going to Maine, play for the Black Bears there, Dave? Is that their nickname?
I'm not sure.
I believe it is.
We'll go with it. Andrew confirmed
We'll go with it. All right,
we're going to go with it.
We'll confirm.
We'll confirm it, but it's a nickname. Who knows? But then Molly Cropper's going to Catholic University as well.
Thank you, Mark. As we'll step aside real quick with 1:45 until the beginning of the second half. High school basketball has never looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
you looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Ralph Lawler with the Los Angeles Clippers. For high school basketball at its best, stay right here at DelcoHoops.com.
Welcome back. 24-20 in favor of the Fords as we're getting ready for the start of the second half. And Mark, to your point, Pioneers just came out of the locker room. No warm-up, no nothing. So they're strategizing something. They're cooking something up.
They're getting it going. Caroline Dotsie, 11 points. Led Haverford that half. I want to see Maganieri, 5 points.
Ryan Jennings, 7.
7 points. Very good. And what do they have in common? You want to guess? They're both freshmen. Look at those apples. So
Future's bright.
Yes.
Future's very bright. All right, the Conestoga will start with the ball, going from right to left to begin this second half, down by 4. Central League Championship on the line here at Harridan High School. Come out man-to-man defense. Kick to the far side, Preston. She's top of the key. Looking for that seal. No, they cut. Here comes the flex offense. They're at the top. Francione kicks it to the far side, and Jennings. Jennings on the wing. Screen, pick, roll. They're going to keep moving, and here we go. Now to the far side. Here comes the crosser, back up top.
They're a tad quick with the screens, Dave, right now.
Valencia. Francione. Now to the near side wing is Jennings. She looks to go baseline, kick back out. Valencia thought about it, instead pulls it down, kicks it to the far side. They reset as Lanuette to Preston. She was at the top. Now she dribbles, fakes the 3, picks up her dribble. Now it's an open look for Francione. No good. Rebound, Dotsie. She brings it up herself, looking to go in attack mode. Going baseline, up and good. Then number 25. Oh, look, another Dotsie. Found it, cans it. That's how we start the second half.
Tough shot. Baseline, 12-footer. Very hard.
26-20. Here comes the flex. Preston to the lane, strong left hand. Box out by Carpenter. Dotsie with the board. Newman back to her. Finds Dotsie.
Oh my.
Calls her own number.
My.
They come out strong just like they started the game. 5-0 run.
Keystone
Transport
three-pointer.
Francione kicked to Lanuette. Now redirecting the offense. Telling Jennings to get to that wing. She gets the ball. Looking to dribble with the left. Pulls up. Preston. Here comes the flex off that pick. Come pull up is number 12 from Valencia. Drives with the left into the towers. No good.
Yeah,
Carpenter, great box out. Pushing herself.
She just gets too deep there. They're just too big under the basket to get shooting that deep.
Crowd filling in as the foul will go to number 13. That's Jennings. I believe Andrew said that is her 4th now.
That's her. Jennings second.
Jennings
was
second.
14 Maggie Neary was on 3.
Neary was that. Thank you.
Out of bounds again. Here's the out of bounds play. Coach Pelkane likes this.
Carpenter gets the lob. They look for Dotsie off the beautiful pick on the baseline. Now they go back to Carpenter into a double. Standing in her way was number 12. That is Valencia, who takes the hit, no call.
Oh,
it's a 3. Jennings answers on the other end.
Transition. They got down there quick.
Transport three-pointer.
Here comes the press.
It's
Thrown over the top.
Dotsie,
did they call the charge?
It is
they
indeed.
do. Dotsie gets a charge, laying her body on the line was number 12, Katrina Valencia.
She sure did. And there was a minor adjustment there by Coach Pelkane. They put Caroline Dotsie up in the front court. They broke it. They passed to her sister. They had a 2-on-1. Got a charge out.
Right, that's what you're talking about at halftime with 5:20 here in the third quarter. Pioneers trail by 6. Looking to drive, kick it to the far side. We'll see if Jennings and Valencia get their own shot. They both have hit one. Kick to the far side is Lanuette. Jennings, Preston, on the wing. Here comes the pick. Doesn't use it. Instead, it kicks it to the far side wing. She got a clean look.
Oh, good gosh.
Hams it. We got a 3-point ball game.
Go, dear Lord. Ruth Lanowet.
Another Keystone Transport
Second shot of the game.
three-pointer.
Here comes the press. We got Newman and Carpenter.
Oh, they got
Third
it.
attempt. It's intercepted. Here come the Pioneers who can tie it for the first time. Kick to the far side. Preston's got a clean look. To the 10. Did they call it? Offensive foul.
Oh, boy. They might score the goal, though. See they score it. A tough call. Tough call.
Was that a warning?
Big drive, a
Yeah.
warning, bench warning. An aggressive drive. I thought it was almost a play on. She was so deep under the basket, and she released the ball, but they gave a charge. Back to the pressure.
Carpenter, bring it up.
God.
Looking, kick it to the far side.
Oh, no.
And airmails it. Throws it to her coach. That pressure is giving the forwards fits.
And I don't think Coach Pelkey wants her to handle the ball like that.
4:22 here in the third quarter. Timeout, Haverford. We'll step aside real quick. High school basketball has never looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business, the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Mark Zumoff, and you're listening to high school basketball right here on DelcoHoops.com.
Welcome back. 29-26, 4:22 here in the third. We said both games last time these two teams have met are close. We got ourselves another close one.
I find it's a fantastic dichotomy of two different teams, the way they go about their business. And it's still close, and it's a big possession right here for him.
Francione to the far side. Kicks it to the top of the key, and Jennings thought about it, instead pulls it out. All over here was Eberhardt. Now Valencia, nice little move on Dotsie. She's got a couple inches on her, though.
Yep. And they tried an elevator screen a couple times, and Haverford's having none of it. They're well scouted.
Now back to her. Thought about it. Pulls it out. Valencia. Francione. Lanuette. To the far side. Valencia. Dribble all the way to the lane. Kicked it back out. Open jumper. No good. Fighting for that board. Carpenter grabs it for the forwards. Pushing the pace. Dotsie. Fast break. Kick back out to Newman. In the corner.
Get the ball
Dribbles
in.
it out. See
Yep.
if they try and feed Dotsie. She's got the advantage. Here comes the seal.
Yep. Get it to the alpha.
Looking for over the top. Good job. Good help defense on that far side with 3:20 here in the third. Carpenter looking to feed her.
Right.
Now pulls it out off the pick. The jumper. No good. Carpenter crashes. They're going to call jump ball. Good effort. It will remain underneath for the forwards. They'll retain possession.
It's getting a little chippy. It's getting fun with 3:11 to go in the third quarter here.
That's
Watch that bounce
basketball.
play. Watch that bounce play.
Eberhardt. Here comes the seal. Now instead it's the
Oh,
lob.
uh-oh.
It's up for grabs. Newman's able to grab it. Taking her off the dribble. They'll reset at the top.
Francione's fast too. Look at her.
She is. That is great defense.
Sure
Dotsie's now on the top. I'm curious. It looks like they're playing the stall ball tactic right now.
I think they're calling a play. Tough shot.
Dotsie over the top.
Uh-oh.
She gets the board. Underneath, upping, good. Beautifully done by Dotsie.
Too strong.
Pull it out. Here we go. Jennings to the far side. Lanuette. Dribble out. Around the horn. Thought about it. Has that high pick. Oh, beautiful crossover. Finishes with
what a
the
play.
left. That
Gosh.
was a beauty by Valencia.
That was crafty. Pulled out,
Beautifully
pulled in.
done.
Used the offhand.
Here comes the press.
Oh, no.
Carpenter, the Moore. Dotsie now. Here comes the double. No, instead they pull it out. Moore has Eberhardt on the far side. Instead, they'll spread him back out with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, leading by 3. Interchanging a few parts to put Carpenter on that far side to set that pick. Eberhardt already has a few threes.
Oh, my.
She gets another.
Big one.
Another Keystone Transport three-pointer.
Off the hands of Valencia along the far sideline. Turnover.
But Eberhardt, a confident stroke there, wasn't it? They needed
Very
that.
much so. Momentum changing.
Yep. Holding 6, 1:45 to go.
Brought in. Here comes the press. Eberhardt swings it to the far side and Moore. Work the ball around.
No.
It's tipped.
No.
Intercepted.
Oh,
Pulls it out. She had it.
How many? I mean, seriously, I think it's got to be double-digit turnovers.
Yeah.
Getting close.
You're a sweet man.
Francione. Here's the dump. The pick coming up to the top. She had the curl.
She did.
Preston calling for the ball underneath. She wants it against Carpenter. Instead, they pull it out.
She does want the ball.
Jennings thought about that three. Instead, kicks it to Francione. They're going to call a blocking foul with 1:03 here in the third.
You know, Preston does a great job. She's a sophomore, and she's impressive, very impressive. But when she does her post-up, it doesn't allow these guards the lanes to drive to the basket. So I think Valencia told her there last time, like, let me drive. Get out of the way a little bit.
Neary checks in. Lanuette throws this one in. Throws it out. Preston looking to take Carpenter. Finishing with the right, too strong. Dotsie the board. We're under a minute. Kicks it to Moore on the far side. They regroup, pulls it back out. 1-4 all the way across. Here comes a double pick.
Good first step.
Eberhardt.
Nice move.
Took it to the lane. A foul is on the floor. With 39 seconds left, foul on number 13 in Jennings.
Her third.
So what a crafty move! What a crafty move there by Eberhardt, though.
Good
right to the
burst.
rim. She's quick.
Looking for Dotsie double team.
Yeah,
Draped all over. Tried to throw it out of bounds.
She's out of bounds.
And she grabbed it. So that will be a turnover on the fourth.
But kudos to Coach Thompson. They double teamed Dotsie out of bounds there, which I would do. I would probably triple team her. And don't let her get the shot.
Francione brings this one up with 35 seconds left. Down 6.
Big possession here, Dave.
Certainly holding for one here.
I agree.
Now, at what point do you go? Every coach is different, Mark.
I mean, I think you have to go close to 8 or 9 seconds left. Give yourself a chance at an offensive rebound. Not that they get a lot of them, but it gives you at least 2 for 1 option.
We're at 14. Here comes the high pick. I would not be shocked if she takes this one all the way to the lane.
Oh,
the crossover. Pull up. Oh, no good. He wanted that one. It's thrown out of bounds with 3 seconds. Carpenter airmailed it.
That's another one.
It's amazing. All right, 3 seconds here. You get 3 dribbles roughly. So they can get something going to the basket. They're going to get 3 fast dribbles to the basket. Oh, no.
2. 1. Jennings to the heave. No good. Your score at the end of the third. Haverford 34, Conestoga 28. We head to the fourth. High school basketball has never looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
Swarthmorian was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op or call 610-543-0900 for a mailed subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorian every week.
This is Mark Sumoff, here to tell you high school basketball never sounded so good. Right here on DelcoHoops.com.
Welcome back, 34-28. Mark, go ahead.
Not much going on in that quarter. Haverford 3 for 8, 1 for 2 beyond the arc. Conestoga 3 for 10, 2 for 4 beyond the arc. We tied a Central League championship record with no free throws attempted the entire quarter. Hard to break that record. Historically, Coach Pelkin's got a great little delay game. They'll wait it out. They're going to look for layups only. They're going to use their size and get a one-on-one matchup in the post. I think Stoga's got to make some inroads here in the next 4 minutes. They have to at least get a bucket or get a dead ball so they can set up their press, which has been very effective by all means.
For sure.
A lot of turnovers. But I think Stoga's got to keep driving to the basket. I think they've been very effective getting to the lane. Not too deep where the big girls are there to block it, but maybe just get in the lane like a 5-6 footer.
Next 8 minutes will determine the Central League Championship. Little dribble drive for the Pioneers to begin this fourth quarter, trailing by 6. It's only a 2-possession ball game. Kick to the far side, Neary Jenkins. Going baseline, dribbled out. They're going to call walk on Lanuette going baseline. We've seen a few people slipping and sliding on that far side.
And Carpenter and Dotsie gave her a little help too.
That is very true. Here comes the press. Dotsie now in the corner. Yep. Now everybody came up. A little adjustment here as we enter the fourth. More on that far side. Dribbles it out for a setup. Both Dotsies on that far side.
They're all on that side. The overload.
Overload the Dotsie. Here's the double.
Not too late.
Dotsie, too strong. Carpenter hit it out of bounds. Pioneers ball.
Again, I think Coach Thompson's playing with fire. I mean, I would get the ball to her hands immediately. I would go dig at her, full double, do something to get the ball out of her hands into somebody else's hands.
I think this is Francione's time right here. I think you need to get her a few looks.
I agree. Whoa,
instead, they go to press it on the step back. That's a tough one. Francione diving for the ball. It's batted down. Lanuette comes up with it.
Oh, what a step through.
Step through, up and good. Beautifully done. 4-point game.
Another turnover, though. They had the ball and then they lost.
How many backcourt turnovers?
Oh, no.
That's a story.
The
Here's the double. Dotsie at the top. No. Rejected. Francione's got some hops. Eberhardt in the corner.
That was pretty impressive.
Sky Newman. Eberhardt, clean look. No good, but no one boxed out. Dotsie. She grabs the board, up and in. Tough break for the Pioneers on that one.
Yeah.
Defensive breakdown, clean look, got the board, up and good as 6:18. Crowd is really filling in now. Preston. Francione uses the pick. Looked to dive, instead kicked it out. Brought back out as Jennings. Preston to near side. Clean look for Lanuette, instead pulls it back out. Francione. They're going to call the check on number 3, Sky Newman, the senior. Neither team's really in foul trouble, at least with under 6 minutes to go.
Not really. There's a couple of girls on Conestoga with 2, Jennings and Neary, but no one else really in any danger.
I think Francione's got to look for a shot here, Dave.
I agree. Man-to-man.
She made 3 threes last game. They're going to need one to worry about here.
They're looking to feed Preston down low against Carpenter. They're going to go back to her. Now they kick her out. Laying it up for 3. No good. Dotsie the board. But that's a clean look.
I agree.
5:30. Dotsie kicks it back to Newman. Let's see if they go back to that overload. Here's the dive. They're doubling down low now between whether it's Dotsie or Carpenter on that slip. Here, a little 2-3 zone by the Pioneers.
Yeah. Which is effective to pack it in, but then it's not effective when you're trying to get a rebound. No one's in your area. Last time with Dotsie.
Picked out. Well, Haverford's content, up 6.
Sure.
Under 5 minutes to go. 23-0 record on the line.
All right, Coach Thompson has called 5. They're going straight man right now. So straight man, but here comes Dotsie in the post. There it is.
Dotsie.
Night.
Trying to reverse.
Good defense.
She made it a few times, not that one. Francione, coast to coast. Pulls it out. She got doubled. 4:30. On the wing. Oof. Jennings.
Oh, no.
Pulls the trigger. No good, but the board goes to Neary. Kicks it out. Preston. Swing it. Clean look. Taking it to the lane, flips it up and in is Neary.
Wow.
She's having herself a ball game.
And we're still in a ball game. 4 points, 4 to go. And the press is up.
Eberhardt kicks it to Carpenter. Carpenter looking. Ball was tipped, but they were able to hold on. Dotsy thought about a three and said hands it off smartly to our senior point guard in Newman.
So man-to-man. Now watch this. Haverford always has some great man-to-man stuff.
They're switching the bigs off that cross, Mark. That flex over the top. Dotsy kicks it out to Newman, has Dotsy in that corner. Instead, they're content to try and get that best shot.
Well, Conestoga's dropping off a Carpenter.
She's thought about it.
Oh, my.
I can't imagine she's going to shoot that three.
She looked over to Coach Pelican. I think she said, no.
3:30 and counting. Dotsy switches
there it
it
is.
to Carpenter.
Oh, no.
There's the seal.
And a foul.
They got to call a foul. Now they call
my.
a jump.
I think Coach Thompson was right. I thought initially it was a grab of the arm.
Checking in, number 12, Valencia. Neary takes a break.
Oh.
I thought it was Conestoga ball.
But watch this, dangerous. It's man-to-man. Just watch Dotsy on the foul line.
Try to get her the ball.
My.
Here's Carpenter.
Oh, we got, yep. Man, Franchione's going.
She's very good defender on ball. Dotsy at the top.
Oh, my, Franchione's
Playing
all
over the top. That is phenomenal defense as we're under three. Carpenter to the lane.
And,
You wanted to say and one.
I
Shows a
did.
strong take with the left.
very good, right offhand. I think it's a great play. Tack the rim, make them make some calls. That's got to be Coach Pelican and Haverford's mantra the rest of the way. We're going to go shoot layups only. I'm a big layup-only guy in the last 3 minutes. You're holding 4. Make them put us in the foul line.
Senior at the line, shooting 2. Misses the first.
Left that one short, barely grazed the front rim.
Barely grazed, but good news. This is going to be a split. And these are our first foul shots of the entire half, gentlemen.
With 2:53 to go here in the fourth.
Crazy, right? It's been kind of physical.
For sure.
Oh,
Misses
my.
the second.
No. Well,
It had to be saved in, and it's thrown right to her teammate in Valencia. Pioneers catch a break. Thrown to the wing is Jennings. Top of the key, reset. Now to the corner. Thought about it, all the way to the bucket. Double rejected by Dotsy.
Double rejected.
That's a backcourt.
Get it down.
Yet
That was
another
funny.
turnover.
The double rejection call is funny. And another turnover, which Coach Pelican's not happy with that either.
We'll keep it here with 2:30 left in this one, Mark, as the boys' game will be after, as it's Lower Marion taking on
The Radnor Raptors, as they're now known. We mentioned it, an odd night here in the Central League. 2 23-0 teams looking to claim their titles. I think in all my years of being part of here, 20-some years, never have seen that before. So not 1, but 2 undefeated teams on the same night, and much the same way. But in Radnor's Lower Marion boys' first game, it was a bit of a blowout, 23-point game first time around. But back to here, kind of still has possession here at half court. I like what they're doing a lot. I don't think they need to really force anything. 2.5 minutes is a long time in any basketball game. I would still try to drag out Carpenter and Dotsy as far as I could outside the arc. Use some screens, use some cutting game, and guess what? And then these girls are crafty. They can sort of go one way and go the other way. Valencia.
I think he goes right back to that clear out he had in the first half.
So we don't need the low post game. Everyone can be up here. High ball screens. Haverford, by and large, fights over all their screens. I haven't really switched anything yet.
Yep.
So I would probably try and screen like little to big or big to little and get a little bit of a mismatch and see if Franchone can drive on this. Again, they probably have 3 or 4 girls. Jennings can drive. Valencia, they all can drive to the basket.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left until we crown a champion. 36-32 in favor of the Fords. Pioneers with the ball, looking to cut that lead down. Kick to the top. Preston thinking about it. Francione.
They got to move. They got to move off the ball here, Dave.
A little more stagnant.
Yep.
Before is Neary. Jennings. Kick to the top. They're looking to go in that low post, which I think is very interesting.
Yes, wide open.
A clean look for 3. She got it. Neary cans it. 1 point ball game.
The freshman from beyond. Ice water in her veins. 1 point game, 145.
Under 2 minutes. Here comes the press. Dotsy kicks it to the corner. Dotsy Kicked out to Carpenter. Everybody's up top. Let's see if they decide to go with the foul game.
No. Oh.
And there it is. I don't know if that's the person you want to foul.
Well, they still aren't at the line.
No, but you do have a few.
So you can give that one away for free there.
Well, 90 seconds is a long time to do it. I don't know if I would just do that foul, like slapping the back.
Well, no, if you're going to do it, to reach for the ball, right?
Of course, go for the ball. So I think Coach Thompson, and they're young. These are all freshmen.
Well,
sophomores.
they have inbound plays for days. Let's see what Eberhardt decides to do. Here comes the seal. They
Double-teamed her.
double-team Dotsie.
Smart. And she still got
And
it.
she still got it, and the double reverse.
Double team, reverse on the inbounds. Spectacular play, up by 3.
3-point ball game, a minute 30. Crowd's coming alive. Here we go. Francione. She just grabbed her going across the edge. Instead is reset Lanuette. Has Dotsie on her. For 3, Preston. Oh, rattles off the rim. Dotsie dribbles it up. They foul Carpenter.
Again,
that close.
I don't think her feet were even set. So I
No.
guess I love the fact Preston's a sophomore shooting threes, but I mean, that wasn't a good 3. It wasn't like your feet were set for a good look at it.
Yeah.
I just did barely miss, I agree, but so right now it's man-to-man, side court.
Minute left.
Just ball pressure.
Brought up, blow by. Here comes a double. Eberhardt now has it.
Oh, she almost
Now
lost it. Oh, she might have lost it.
Or is it stripped?
Oh,
no. It was stripped out by Francione with 51 seconds. Timeout, Haverford. We'll step aside. Don't go. Actually, we're going to keep here with 51 seconds. Mark, you're in the Haverford huddle. What are you telling your team? You're up 3. You have the ball.
We're not shooting the ball, so we're going to get fouled. We're going to go to the foul line. If you have an open layup, for sure you can take that. That's the only shot you can take. They're going to get the ball to Dotsie. I'm sure Coach Pelkane right now is going to design a play for her. Maybe even like simple, like 4, a straight line. Let her flash the ball and catch it and pivot a couple times and get fouled. Coach Thompson's got to say, we don't want to foul Dotsie. Mm-hmm. She's the alpha dog. I would put anybody else in the line but her. And again, I think
you want instant double then?
But I would double the first one for sure. I mean, I think a lot of time.
It didn't work last time.
So yeah, but I would double once, maybe even twice, and then if it gets to 40 seconds, I definitely would foul and try to extend the game a little bit.
Okay.
But
are you a fan of putting somebody on the ball?
I am if they're big, but again, this team's not crazy. I would probably put Preston on the ball, if anything, and have a couple of the guards double teaming Dotsie. Let's see what they do here.
All right, here we go. 51 seconds until we crown a champ.
They have Jennings. They have the freshman on Dotsie, and she's by herself. We used to call this stack, so it's like a stack Dotsie play. Now,
here comes the lob. I'm sure.
The lob to her, right?
No, instead, I was surprised Newman went that way.
Oh, there it is.
There's the throw.
Oh, no.
Goes out of bounds.
Oh, no.
They get the turnover.
Guess what? Ryan Jennings, give her a lot of credit. She was physical, and she banged
100%.
the Division I player as hard as she could there. The ball goes back to where the spot, the inbounds.
Because no one touched it. No,
now let's see how many. I'm assuming they
clock.
want to take a timeout, right? They want to regroup offensively.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah.
Man to man for the Fords. Here comes the pick. Francione to the 10. She's fouled.
Yeah,
She'll go to the line to shoot 2. There was a swipe by Carpenter, and she got her wrist with 41 seconds.
What a bizarre turn of events there. Holding 3 with the ball, and now they're going to the line to maybe cut to 1.
This is the person you want at the line if you're the Pioneers. Here we go.
Yeah.
The first, ice in her veins, drains it.
She's tough. The lefty's tough.
Makes her first attempt of the night from the line.
All right, here we go.
Again, they can set up their pressure too, Dave, on this.
Made the second.
No
1 point game.
time.
47, 40, 39,
So
38. Here we go. Dotsie with the ball. You do not want to foul Dotsie.
Oh,
Nearly got the strip. Eberhardt now has it. Now a clean look to Dotsie. They're going to bring it back out. 30 seconds. Here comes the double.
Trap. Ooh.
That's not the person you want to send to the line.
And I don't think she wanted to foul. She was trying to trap that, and Coach Thompson's a little quizzical too.
Jennings picks up her 4th, Andrew.
Yeah, that's 4 for Ryan Jennings.
Well,
so here's the problem. A, she's a great ball player and a great shooter.
For sure.
But watch the rebounds too. You have
3 of 5 from
Ryan
the
Dotsie and
line
Carpenter.
tonight.
27 seconds. Drains the first. 2-point game. Timeout, Pioneers. 27 seconds. They're going to let her think about this one, Mark.
I like the call by Coach Thompson. Again, if she does somehow miss this, you got to worry about boxing out first and foremost.
For sure.
I mean, they're bigger and stronger than you are. I don't mind if they do miss this one. Just let it go. Let them just run and let them go create. Give them a couple high ball screens and let Francione decide if I'm going to drive or drive and kick. If this goes in, again, 27 seconds, I think it's a lot of time. In any game, in the girls' game, I think they have time to go for a two-pointer as well. So I think they have a ton of time to go down the court, attack.
They had the opportunity to foul Carpenter in the midcourt, and they missed that opportunity.
Yeah, well, I don't think they wanted the foul, Dotsie. I think there's a
right. It was
shock.
a double, and she went for the ball.
Yes, I mean, Jennings was shocked that they called a foul on her. Sometimes you're trying to foul, sometimes you're not.
Right.
And again, in fairness, even Stoga this year, they're 19-4, Mike. They've had a lot of blowout wins. They don't play a whole lot of close games.
Who do you guys want to interview?
We'll see who wins.
I think it's got to be Dotsie if it's Haverford.
Yes.
She's got 23. This is just her first trip to the line tonight.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So they have to block you out here.
Especially with how physical this game's been.
It has been. A little chippy. I like it.
Dotsie. He's got one more. Ford's leading by 2. A perfect 23-0 record. Dotsie. Misses it. Dotsie gets the rebound and puts it up and in.
We try to tell you.
Francione. They're pushing the pace. 17 seconds. And he's fouled. She's fouled by Newman.
They want a foul. But we try saying it's great to miss a foul shot, but you have to block out on it.
Yep.
I mean, this has been their MO all year long.
They got fouls to give too.
That was the key of thinking a little bit further than the play itself.
And I mean, that would have been my message. But here we go. They got to go quick. They
12
go fast
seconds.
Here. They got to go.
Francione. Here we go for the 3. Short. Francione on the board. No good. Dotsie gets the rebound. They'll call a jump with 3 seconds left.
That'll do it.
Timeout. Haverford. They're going to talk this one over. They lead by 4 with 3 seconds left. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no, so what's the strategy? Immediately foul and try to...
It has to be a 3. It has to be a foul. Lawrence will tell her girls, don't even play. Literally, they have to throw the ball in the three-point area, and they got to make a shot and get fouled. The last shot was almost a foul on Preston, by the way. So they won't touch the ball. So this is, I hate to say it's over, but basically this game is over. And
it's the icing ball game.
It's the icing on the cake, 24-0. But what a great ball game.
Yep.
And I'll tell you something else funny before we get off the air for this game. Conestoga's the 10 seed in the 2014 bracket.
Right.
They win on Friday. They have to play a game against, I believe, Kennet on Friday, is it? They got to win a game. They'll have a rematch with Springfield. That was the epic 2014 game last week. And the winner of Conestoga Springfield in the Central League, who would they get? They would get Haverford at their gym. So the Central League's going to be seeing each other again down the road shortly. But guess what? Kudos to Haverford and kudos to Conestoga.
And assuming Haverford wins this, who do you want to interview?
Dotsie.
Yeah.
Who's going to get her?
Andrew. It's your beard. I get her.
You'll get her? Okay.
I got her.
Here we go, inbound. Throwing out for 3. It's deflected. That will do it. Their final score. Fords, 41. Conestoga, 37. Haverford finishes 24-0. They clinch the Central League Championship with an undefeated season.
Very impressive. Congratulations to Haverford, Coach Pelican, her staff, all the girls there. I mean, the 24-0, you certainly earned it. And they certainly are the best team in the Central League in the 2022-2023 year. Kudos to Conestoga. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors all over their roster. Played as hard as can be. Had it down to 1 point, Dave. Never quite got over the hump there. But guess what? Give them an extra year or so. You'll see Conestoga in this game next year, I think for sure.
It's a great game. Conestoga stuck around the entire time. They were that close from getting back in, but they just couldn't get the tie from the start of the game and then the start of the second half. Instant 5-point swing to begin for the Fords, and they were just able to hold on despite the turnovers. They really struggled with the press. Pioneers capitalized, but fell a little bit short.
Amazing, and how about the game getting clinched on a missed foul shot? where Caroline Dotsie can't make the foul shot. Sister Rianne does get the rebound and puts it in to put the finishing touches on a 24-0 season, a Central League title. They're very, very good. That being said, I bet Coach Pelkane, knowing her like I know her a little bit, next practice in a couple days, you'll probably get the girls off a day or two, maybe one day. But they're going to work on that press break a little bit because other teams are watching the same tape we are.
100%.
Teams from the Suburban 1 and from the Chessmont are saying, wait, maybe we can pressure this team. They're 24-0, but maybe we have one chink in the armor.
All right, let's see if we can get her interview to go.
You want me to go try and grab her?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead.
All right, so Mark, you can keep talking.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely talk about it. Oh, there we are. Well, I just want to say one more little bonus thing. So Ratter's playing our next game, and they're 23-0 as well, we know. But they go 24-0 in a year. Andrew, I mean, you should look up on your little internet friend. I don't know. I'm fairly certain it hasn't happened in both the boys and girls game together.
All right, here we go. Turn the camera.
Oh, sorry. Caroline, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a game. What a season. What a night. How many points did she have, Andrew? How many points? You only had about
23.
23. You missed a foul shot. What happened at the end there?
I don't know.
You a little tired?
A little bit.
I mean, your MO all year long was fantastic. Obviously, you only had 4 games now under 8 points. You blew out 20 teams pretty soundly, and 3 of your 4 tough games were against this Conestoga team. What do they do that sort of causes you guys some consternation?
Yeah, I think just our focus leading up to everything in practice really helps with this.
MVP.
Thank you.
Very nice. Look at that. The Sean Hughes Most Valuable Player Award. What has been the key to you guys in the offseason? I mean, to go from where you were last year to this year, 24-0. Did you think it was possible to go 24-0 in a season?
Yeah, I'm definitely super confident in this team. I think our hard work on and off the court this season has really shown in our games, and I think that's really what got us to this point.
Unbelievable. You guys you definitely earned being the league champions. How do you guys feel now? I know you already beat Abington in the districts. Have you looked ahead at all to the district bracket yet or no?
We're really taking it one game at a time. So now that we've got to where we are, we're definitely going to look into the districts and prepare for each game one game at a time.
Well, you guys were the best. You were superb. Best of luck in districts to you. Best of luck in states. Best of luck at Maine next year.
Thank you.
We're all going to be following you for the Central League. You're a class act. Anything to add, Dave, or no? Want to add anything? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Mark, that was a great game. Went down to the wire. Dotsie was able to capitalize down the stretch. To use her length. Undefeated season. Central League Championship. Next up for these two teams, postseason.
Postseason, and they're the best. And it's fun when the best team wins. It's always makes it kind of fun to watch. Kudos to the Haverford team, 24-0. Outstanding.
Don't go anywhere. The boys' game coming up next as they cut down the nets. We'll be broadcasting that game when it is up and ready. I imagine it's going to be a little delayed because of cutting down the nets, probably about a 7:45, 8 o'clock tip. Don't go anywhere. You can pay attention to the stream. High school basketball has never sounded and looked so good on DelcoHoops.com.
This internet broadcast has been a production of DelcoHoops.com. All rights are reserved. Thanks for listening, and good night.